Hey there YouTube, Heir of Carthage here. Gonna bring you some Shogun 2 Total War. Hey, it almost looks like a guy is trying to mouth what I'm saying in a really crappy manner. Any case, I uploaded a video of this last night, and I was at work today looking at some of the comments that came in on my phone because I can read my email on my phone. And to be honest, I was having a horrible day at work. I've been real busy. I have some big projects going on, and I'm a little bit frustrated at how they're turning out. And then to get all of these negative comments on what was going on with the video. Now hear me out here. Giving me negative feedback is fine, especially if you do it in a tactful way, which a lot of you did. But I got some, and I'm not going to call out any names, so I don't want to make a big deal out of it. But I got some people that were cursing and being pretty impatient. And that was really getting on my nerves. And after about 20 or 30 of such messages, and having been annoyed at work, I just simply deleted the last video that I made. And so maybe that'll make some of you angry, but I just couldn't stand getting any more of those comments and trying to respond to them, and I had tried to respond to so many already, and so it was kind of frustrating trying to respond to all those. So I just deleted the video, and I'll bring you this traditional style Heir of Carthage commentary. And here I'm actually getting you some slow motion footage of the enemy Yari cavalry hitting my my pike wall. So some of you were saying the pikes didn't use their pikes against cavalry, and here I'm showing you that they can. And also I've changed the graphics settings. I changed it to high instead of very high, and to be honest, I really can't notice any difference. And I think it's mainly because there's no anti-aliasing in the demo for whatever reason. In any case, I'll go back to normal speed play here. In any case, yeah, I didn't notice any difference in the graphics. I mean, I'm sure there are some little nuances, but the game looks good. Looks as good as Napoleon did, maybe a little better. Now, of course, like I said, there's no anti-aliasing, so it needs to be better. But yeah, in any case, I'll just go ahead and make kind of a similar commentary to what I did in the last one, so for those who hadn't seen it, they'll actually to get some of the same comments that I said here. And I'm actually, that battle I uploaded last time was me playing this battle on easy, which is kind of a wimpy way out, but it's because this battle can actually be quite difficult on the harder settings. This time I'm actually playing the battle on the normal difficulty level, which is quite a bit tougher than on easy, but you're going to want to use the same basic strategy. Now I'm using the strategy of unifying my troops. And so I have moved all of my Yari Ashigaru. I think I said something different yesterday. Yeah, all my Yari Ashigaru, which are my levy spear troops. I've put all of them in one line on my left flank. All of my katana samurai are in the forest on my right flank. I have some that just moved across the river. And I also have 5 units of katana cavalry as well as my general. And then I think I have 5 units of bow Ashigaru. So anyway, the enemy moved up that Yari Cav first to try to take out archers. They failed, and then the enemy moves up its second wave, which is matchlock samurai and 1 unit of katana samurai. Their unit of katana samurai was intercepted by my katana cavalry in a kind of a wedge or diamond formation there, and the wedge formation is used for breaking enemy formations either from the front or the rear, and it kind of hurts the enemy morale to have the cavalry cut all the way through them. Here you can see it says, they're tired and they're concerned about casualties. So my katana cavalry caused about 40 losses to this unit, and it started taking losses really quickly there at the end when they got into a sustained melee, but I get them out of there and managed to scrap the unit even though they took heavy damage. If I would have gotten them out sooner, it would have been better. Here I bushwhacked the enemy matchlock samurai and pinned them in between my infantry and my cavalry. And you can see the matchlock samurai here. That's pretty cool. I hadn't noticed this, that there's like wounded people on the battlefield. So you can check that out, all of them writhing in pain from the wounds dealt to them by my men. So yeah, that's what you get for facing off on the battlefield against me. The enemy is bringing up its final wave of troops here, and I'll just let you watch some of this. Now, I don't really understand the full bounds of this historical battle, so I'm not going to try and describe it, and I'm not even sure I can pronounce it right, because I don't remember the how the computer pronounced it, and so I don't want to try and slaughter right now. If you want to know what the name of the battle is, I will try and put it up in the in the comment, or in the description. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word I was looking for. Here's some of my samurai engaging enemy samurai. I'll put it up in the description of the video, and if you want to learn more about that, rather than me teach you what's probably going to end up being only partially true, go read about it. Wikipedia is usually quick, maybe not always accurate, but it's quick. And there's also an encyclopedia in the game itself that you can do a little bit of reading on. So again, here's my pikemen, and you can see that they actually are using their pikes because I have them in the pike wall formation, although I should probably have them on a different setting, fighting against these samurai. These katana samurai are far better infantry versus infantry troops than my levy Ashigaru troops. But as you can see, I'm just trying to get the enemy infantry to get fixed on mine, and it's really just a ploy to get my bow Ashigaru plenty of shots into the enemy infantry. This will start to demoralize them. Yes, it's going to kill some of my own men, but it's also going to demoralize some of the enemy troops, and then it'll give me a chance to get my cavalry behind enemy lines, which you can see I'm doing that right here. I had my cavalry on that hill, and I'm now going to sweep down and hit the enemy from behind. So now that I've kind of described my tactics, and pretty much if you want to win this battle, you're outnumbered by well over 1,000 men, plus you're, well, mainly because you're I think you're outnumbered by 1,000 men, period. And then your ally, I don't know, it ends up working out that you're outnumbered by over 1,000 men. I don't remember exactly how it works. Anyway, your ally betrays you, which is historical. So, in any case, historically, the yellow flag people here that you play as did lose the battle to the white flag people, which is the Tokugawa. And eventually the Tokugawa united Japan under a new shogunate. So that's about all the history that I kind of currently know behind this. And these green dudes over here that are allied to me, they were offended and didn't engage in real life. And they'll only engage on this game if the enemy infantry engages them. So there's my ally betraying me. That's what it's showing there. So they're going to come start marching across the river. So I need to finish off these Tokugawa people very quickly. And that's what I'm working on. So let me give you a few comments on my thoughts on the game. Number one, the demo is not very impressive. If you're going to the demo expecting to be like crazy excited, then I don't think you will be. It's kind of fun to be able to play the game, get a little bit of a feel for it, but the problem is they don't have anti-aliasing in the graphics. It's pretty limited. I mean, obviously I know a demo should be pretty limited, but I think the demo level's pretty limited in showing off the game because they don't have all those graphic settings fixed up. It does give you a way to get a feel for the gameplay though, which looks like it's going to be just as fast as Napoleon Total War as far as gameplay. So quicker than Empire Total War, more like Napoleon. What do I think of this game so far? Well, if I had to base it on the demo, I'd be pretty upset. Yeah, it's kind of fun, but the graphics right now lack a lot. Again, that's mostly probably due to the fact that it's just a demo and it's the anti-aliasing, so again, I'm reserving that final judgment for when the actual game hits on March 15th. So don't think that I'm passing a final judgment on this game. What are the things that I'm worried about? Well, as I said in the beginning when they very first announced this game, I was extremely worried about the fact that this game's scope is extremely limited. It's only limited to I guess the end of the medieval period in Japan, and probably the beginning of a Renaissance period. I don't know what they called that period in Japan. I'm sure there's a historical name for it. But you know, this game takes place towards the end of the 1500s and on into the 1600s. So I don't like the time period. That's number one. Number two, yes, I like the idea, some of the, you know, the whole Sun Tzu Art of War thing, the Bushido, Way of the Warrior, Samurai. It's all cool. It is cool, but it's not the most interesting time period to me. So that's one reason why I'm personally not super excited about this game. So yeah, anyway, that's just me though. If you like this time period and you think all this samurai and ninja stuff is cool, you're going to love this game because it's absolutely full of it. One of the other reasons why I'm not super excited about it is because the campaign map is just limited to Japan. However, all those things being said, that's all my negatives. I'll get those out of the way. I'll lay down some positives. I am excited about the fact that this game gets back to more fundamental style of warfare, like from the classical period. Now I know warfare evolved a lot from the Roman classical period to here, but it's still the same fundamentals. It's using your infantry and maneuvering and getting your cavalry behind enemy lines, and of course using missile troops to your advantage. So it's back to a more fundamental style of gameplay that you saw in Rome Total War, as far as I can tell from the demo. Again, this is just the demo, so I don't know. Whereas in Napoleon and Empire Total War, there was tons of little nuances that got thrown in there in the change in game type from melee warfare to missile warfare. And that's one of the reasons why I love Napoleon Total War and Empire Total War so much, is because the tactics just seem to be greatly expanded in those two games. Again, the full game of Shogun is not out, so I'm not going to make a final call on that. But I do think that it's a positive going back to a style of warfare that I'm more comfortable with, so I am excited about that. In fact, you can see some classic hammer and anvil about to take place here. My troops are exhausted, or at least my cavalry is exhausted. You can tell when your troops are getting exhausted. These little flags here over your troops, if it has that red foot emblem, that means that they're extremely tired. And you can see the chevron emblems on there for units who have gained experience. At this point, my enemies are beating me on a one-on-one infantry fight, but I have all my archers still remaining, and I have my cavalry now freed from that hammer and anvil, and so I'm just going to come in for one final hammer and anvil and finish them off. So what are some of the things that I'm looking forward to on Shogun, other than what I just mentioned? I think they've made some changes into the online gameplay. I have not watched any of the Creative Assembly updates or anything like that, because in general I'm not super excited about this game from a standpoint that it's like, oh yes, Shogun's back. If it was Rome, it'd be a completely different story. I am excited about the game because it's a Total War game, and I like Total War games in general. So yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm excited about the game. Not as excited as I would be were it Rome 2 Total War or something like that. But in any case, I'm excited about some of the changes they made to the online gameplay. I've heard rumor, you all can write in the comments whether or not it's true, that in the online games there's punishments for people who quit and stuff like that, and that would be freaking outstanding. And I also heard there's like little systems where you can earn points or something to upgrade your online avatar and stuff like that. That's cool. I kind of like them implementing things like that. And I'm sure there's some different little nuances in the campaign, because Empire and Napoleon really introduced a real campaign, in my opinion, to the Total War games. Now, the old Rome Total War campaigns are fun, but the diplomacy after the patches in Empire and in Napoleon was just so much better, and the campaign was so much more playable. And the AI is not great in Shogun, but compared to past Total War games, and again, just based on the demo, so this is just based on the demo, the AI is much better, in my opinion. They're not great. You saw them make some semi-foolish moves here, but they do seem to be more organized in their attacks. So those are some of the things that I look forward to. Now, if you want to know the results, I actually recorded the results screen from right after the battle took place, so I'll go ahead and paste that in now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave your comments, but don't give me, if you want to have some criticism on the video, that's fine, but yeah, I've had a rough day, so take it easy on me. So in any case, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the look into Shogun 2 Total War, and I will of course be bringing you videos of this game the day that it comes out, if it's at all possible with my work schedule. So Heir of Carthage signing off for now.